Hi everybody, we are here again for Thursday Night Live with Carolyn from Ultrapom.
Hello.
On her super comfortable couch that I'm going to take home with me. But we normally just kind of chat for a little bit as we wait for everybody to jump on. Please make sure to comment below. If you're here, say hi, show us some love, and let us know who you are. If you have any questions throughout the broadcast, please let us know what those are. We will watch for the comments. We are trying a new program tonight. We're just going straight through Facebook Live rather than through BeLive TV. So we'll see how this goes, and hopefully we'll see your comments come up and be able to reply. So somebody's on. Let's see how that works. Well, we may have to come back and reply to comments later because it's about this big. But anyway, so I love your curtains.
Thank you.
This is like a beautiful gray velvet so that you can't see behind us.
Because
it's
fake.
That's okay. It looks great. And but yeah, we came in today. We posted a couple of pictures of some stuff that she has here in the showroom. And if you haven't ever been down here, you've got to come down and look at what Carolyn has.
It really helps to actually look and see and touch and feel.
Yeah.
To understand how everything goes together.
Yeah. The colors and the textures and yeah, I can't wait till your showroom's done.
I know, me too.
It's a work in progress.
It's busy season. I've got more important things to do. So.
Yeah. Well, and we'll just go ahead and get started. Good. But and super casual.
Yep.
No formality here. But tell us kind of where you came from and your background.
I was born and raised in Overland Park. Went to K-State, so go Wildcats, and then wasn't ready to get a real job, so I moved to Arizona and lived at a architectural urban experiment. I've got an architecture degree from K-State, and called Arcosani. It's pretty much a hippie commune. And lived there for a year, and then went to met my now husband there, went to grad school at the University of Texas at Austin for community regional planning, and then moved to Australia for 4 years to be with my now husband. And then in 2010, we moved back to Kansas City for a year. That was 7 years ago. So really like it here. So I could help take care of my grandparents and be close to them at the end of their life. And I started Ultrapom on the side as something to do in my free time, and it has taken over all my time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So tell me, because obviously the two businesses are completely different. Mm-hmm. So what appealed to you about community planning? What about your character drew you to that?
When I started in architecture, I did interior architecture at K-State, and it's small things like designing a room or a building. But I kept thinking in bigger scale about how we as people interact in cities and how cities come together. And all the books I was reading were about how urban development and how communities can work better together. And I really liked the concept of community, and it's such a nebulous idea, but how we all live and work together. And so that drew me to community regional planning. And then I did urban design for 4 years, which is a combination of the architecture and the planning. And then with what I do at Ultrapom, it's like micro design, because we're just doing one event, one off, up and down in one day usually. But the principles of design are consistent from doing a building to a town center to a wedding, of how things go together and thinking about scale and structure and function and form and how they all come together. So.
Yeah. And was there a moment that you decided that should be a shift for you, that you didn't want to do that anymore? Or
yeah, I was pretty burned out with urban design, working with developers in Australia that were pushy and didn't really necessarily value what we did. We kind of saw us as a checkbox they had to do to get their development through. And I just was ready for a break. And so when we came back here, also there aren't a lot of urban design jobs in Kansas City for a litany of reasons. I just was helping friends with their weddings and making things, and like, why do I need to make this? I should be able to rent it. And it's like, hey, I'm going to do it. And the idea of being part of somebody's best day of their life sounds pretty awesome. And for the most part, 95% of the time, people are happy and in love, and they want you to be part of it, and they're so excited for what you do, and that's just a really good feeling.
Yeah.
To be a part of that.
Yeah. So You say 95% of the time.
Yeah.
So and as entrepreneurs, we all love our business most of the time.
Yeah.
What's been your biggest struggle?
Taxes. It's
not paying them, preparing them.
The whole thing. Forms. It's the common struggle of the creative versus the business and technical side that everybody who is in a creative industry struggles with, where you just want to go do the stuff, but you can't just do the stuff. You have to pay the taxes. You have to run the payroll. You have to pay your bills. You have to do all that other stuff that isn't fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then with rentals, probably the most stressful thing is when things don't come back, or they come back broken and we need them for the next weekend or very soon, and trying to figure out a fix for that because we don't want to disappoint anybody else.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and that kind of leads back to, I know you had mentioned before that you started your business very different than the structure of kind of what you do now. Speak to that.
Yeah, when I started the business, I built the model on shipping all over the country, and we did most everything we did was shipped all over the United States and a little to Canada, which we quickly decided was a bad idea because of customs. And so everything we did was small. We did table runners, tons of table runners. My business partner Carrie and I probably have sewn 1,000 table runners, and we did lots of tabletop decor that could easily fit in a box and be shipped to wherever. And I thought that I'm in the Midwest, and there are all these little companies, especially rental companies, popping up in California and Florida and all that. So I'll probably get most of my business from Iowa and Oklahoma and places who don't have access to those things, which is partially why I started my company, because I saw all this cool stuff on blogs. And I was like, where do you get this from? And there wasn't someplace to get it. But I was wrong. I mostly ship to California and Florida and New York and North Carolina, places that have a much higher cost of living, where we're a really good deal in Kansas City, even with paying for shipping. But we don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
We made a decision probably a month ago now that we're not going to ship anymore unless it's to people that we already have a existing relationship with, like other wedding vendors, or for people who do an application process, because we were having trouble with people shipping back.
Yeah.
And we don't want to disappoint our other clients because of somebody else. And so we have flipped the model anyway, because we got more bigger stuff. So you can't ship a table, really. Yeah. We did ship a chuppah, a Jewish structure, to Joe Biden's daughter's wedding, though, in D.C. So that was pretty cool.
Well, and those can kind of break down.
Yeah, but that went on a freight truck. It looked like coffins, these giant wood boxes. So, yeah.
Whatever works,
right?
Okay, and we talked about your business model, because I asked you, it was one of those strange experiences for me where, I feel like I know everybody. I've been in the wedding industry in Kansas City for 20 years, and then all of a sudden I was getting ready for one of our shows, and everybody said, we want Carolyn, we want Ultrapom, and I was like, who is Ultrapom? And tell us how you did that. How is it that just all of a sudden you were everywhere?
Well, the answer is easy. The work was hard. I said yes to everything. Somebody wanted something for a photo shoot, for an open house, for whatever. I said yes. If somebody wanted us to add something to our inventory, for the most part, I said yes. And so I just tried to be available and helpful, and just to get our name out to as many different places as possible, which is a lot of work when you say yes to everything, especially when you say yes in January and then June rolls around and you're like, I said yes to too much stuff. But,
right. And how do you feel like that has, obviously that gets your name out there, but that business model and the heart behind saying yes and being helpful and not necessarily expecting anything in return.
Oh, bye guys. Sorry. Delivery people.
Speak to how you feel like that impacts your day-to-day business with your clients and with peers in the industry.
Yeah. Well, I think my business, everybody else's business, events, everything ends up working better if we all work together. And if we support each other, and I may not get anything in return, I don't expect something in return, but when I help you, you're going to be more likely to help me in the future, because that's just kind of how people are.
Yeah.
And ultimately, we all are more successful
Yeah.
if we all help each other and support each other.
Yeah. Which, and I have addressed this with other vendors and other interviews too, that I feel like that's been a conversion of the industry in Kansas City that's happened over the last probably 5 to 10 years, that it didn't used to be that way. It definitely used to be much more of a competitive, ooh, don't show them what I'm doing, don't help that guy. I wouldn't say don't help that guy, but it was much more about the competitive nature versus I feel like Kansas City as a whole and the wedding industry has really become a really strong community of just everybody helping everybody else to be successful, and I think that's a really cool transition.
Yeah. And that's how it's been pretty much the entire time I've been in business, about 6 years. Oh. Hi guys. Yeah, I'm doing a live interview right now on Facebook Live, so.
we need him to do like the video bomb, but you know. Okay, and then we also talked about kind of some of your mentors, not necessarily traditional mentors, but some books that had really impacted you and kind of shaped your business.
When I first started the business, I read The E-Myth Revisited, and it's mostly about getting your processes down so that you can have other people replicate those processes. Whether it's hiring people and expanding through that, or if you ultimately want to sell the business, you can't sell yourself. You have to have something to sell, and that was really helpful in what, as I grew the business, to have those processes. We're still working on it constantly. There's always like, we really need a process for this and this and this and this. It's just constant. And then recently I have a advisor at the Small Business Development Center at Johnson County Community College, and I've gone to them since I first started the business. And they had a workshop called the Game Workshop, which is for people who have small businesses of a certain size that go through a bunch of different ways that it can help your business grow. And one of the things they talked about was this book called Traction by Gino Wickman that helps you understand how to structure your business better and figure out what roles people are doing so everything's very clear. And it's great. It was a great book.
Yeah, cool.
So.
See, the other one that you had was Jessie Hack.
Oh yeah, Jessie Hack Design.
Yeah.
I followed Jessie since I was first started, and she just does such cool, interesting, different things, and I just love it. And I'm just like, to be able to just be like wildly creative was just amazing to me. So.
Yeah. Want to be her when you grow up.
Yeah, she came to Kansas City for the Knot Workshop, and I wanted to meet her, but it didn't work out.
Aww.
But I got to see her, and I was like, this is so cool. So.
Well, maybe we can get her to do a shout out.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then we also talked about the moment that it kind of shifted for you of kind of realizing that you had made it.
Yeah, there wasn't at a certain point, but like when I first started the business, and it was out of the second bedroom of my tiny house in Overland Park, and I did gross revenue of $1,600 in the first year. I was like, I am not a real business person. I don't deserve the business lady's lunch. This is just a sham. It was probably once I hired full-time employees. We moved into our warehouse that was down in the West Bottoms, and it was like, oh no, this is legit. This is real. Yeah. This isn't, and I had gotten to a point where I'd done enough events that I really knew what I was doing and not acting like I did, that I was like, no, I really am running a business here, and this is something that's real.
Yeah. And it's so cool to interview so many successful vendors in this market, and yet it's interesting to hear how everybody has had those feelings at one point or another, and a lot of us still struggle with it. You know, the watching Instagram and like, oh my gosh, how do they come up with those ideas?
Their life is perfect,
right? And it's just not.
Yeah.
And yet here we are. That's part of what I love about this series, and thank you for sharing that, because it's showing kind of the vulnerable side of and the really cool side of the entrepreneurs that we've interviewed, of that is what we strive for, that we always want to be better. It's not just that I want to be good enough, it's that I want to be the next innovator, the next person that comes up with that great concept and really provide something above and beyond.
And always be pushing.
Yeah, Yeah, growing and creating new stuff. Let's see. And then I also always kind of like to talk about the behind the scenes stuff as far as your family.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you had said your husband kind of has a flexible schedule and how that plays in.
My husband's a director of development, like he's a software engineer, web development at a marketing agency, and he has a flexible schedule. I would not be able to do what I do if he couldn't take the kids sometimes on a Tuesday, or on the weekends he watches the kids, and he's able to come home from work if I need to go do something. And there's no way I would have been able to do what I do without him. Thanks, Jacob.
And it's fun to watch you on Instagram because every once in a while you'll see your kids pop up on Instagram. We're loading in chairs. Yeah. That's okay. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about was in dealing with your growth and kind of your explosion. And you talked about being accessible for people. And that was something that a lot of people, everybody has different rules for how they interact with their clients, but kind of speak to how you have chosen to deal with that.
When I first started, I knew every single client's name. I knew exactly what their order was because there was like 20 or 30. We do over 1,000 events a year now, and I can't keep up with it. If it's being delivered, I probably know about it because I usually am doing schedules for that and figuring stuff out. And I do like still helping people figure out what they need and putting concepts together too. But I have great people working for me who can help people too, and that's really the key. Is getting the right people in. And Brooke and Lauren's back helping me a bit, and Brenda are all such great people that I have full confidence in them. But I can't answer every email anymore. We get hundreds of emails a day. It's just not possible for me to do it all. I mean, I'm one person.
So before we wrap up, just kind of give us an overview of the kinds of things that you all have available for those that don't know, right? And I know it's a wide array, but
I have a 6,000 square foot warehouse.
In 30 seconds or less.
Well, so we started out specialty decor rentals, and we still do that. We still have lanterns and vases and candlesticks, and we have the special modern gold flatware that's so popular, and sequin tablecloths. But we also do the more standard stuff. We have white plates, we have silver flatware, we have standard glassware, and we have a giant boxwood wall now. So we're always adding stuff to our inventory. I try to post on Facebook as new inventory items. And there's also some secret stuff that I don't post that I only do if we're installing, so I haven't put it on our website. But we have chairs, we have tables, even folding tables, folding chairs, string lights, all sorts of
and it's not just
stuff.
Standard tables. Like you've got very modern tables with iron legs. You've got barnwood tables. You've got all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we've got that modern hairpin leg table. We've got several different farm tables. Then we have standard folding tables that you have to put a linen on, cocktail tables and things like that. We even have, and it's not on our website, a little round sweetheart table, farm table. We have 2 of those. So if somebody gets a bunch of farm tables and they want a sweetheart table, they can, or a cake table. It's actually great for a cake table. It's about 42 inches around. So we can make it. Like we made all those farm tables. So
very cool.
If you can dream it, we can make it.
Ooh, that's a dangerous statement.
No, wait. For the right amount of money, I can make anything.
And if I can't, I'll find somebody who can, right? Okay, well, just to wrap up, first of all, thank you again.
You're welcome.
For letting
Thanks
us
for
come
having
down.
me.
And if you have not been down here, I would highly encourage you, if you are getting married or if you're a vendor in the industry, come on down, check out her stuff. It's amazing. And we'll grab a couple of comments here. Sequin tablecloths sounds amazing. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Haley.
That's
Jacob.
my husband.
Jacob. Sending kisses. Let's see. Hi, Megan, Julian. Love to learn more about your workflow process. Okay.
Yeah, well, we've actually a long time ago, we wrote, here, I'll go get it real quick. Here, take this. We wrote on a cardboard piece of paper.
Running. Okay, I'll keep running through the questions here. We'll come back to your workflow. Great question. Hi, Mike. Let's see. Thanks for sharing, Haley. Appreciate it. Kelly, hello. What's one thing other vendors do that annoys you at a wedding day? You always
Thank
ask
Mike.
the questions that we need to like.
Team players.
That's right. Nothing. Every vendor is amazing. Hey, Deanna, John. Carolyn is the greatest. We would agree. Okay, so here's the workflow.
Here is our original workflow. And I think it ends with profit and a smile.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I've kept it all this time just to remind us. But go through when people, I mean really it's generally, oh, here, I'll take the mic. It's really generally the same. You inquire, we talk to you, we figure things out, we get your order ready, we finalize it, get it ready, ship it, take it out, return it, bring it back in. So that's my general workflow. That's how it works.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm guessing that's actually on a real document somewhere.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
But what a great thing to keep and
Right.
like look back at years later and
It's
say,
in my
"Yeah,
office."
this is where we started.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Okay, well, again, thank you everybody for being here. Thanks for having us. And don't forget, the next Big Reveal is coming up on August 20th. We would love to see you here. Tickets are available on the website at bigrevealkc.com. And we will be on Instagram every Tuesday for our Tuesday Instagram takeover, and back here every Thursday at 6 o'clock for our next Facebook Live. Thanks for being here.
Bye.